and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Then my name is Vicky and I do loads of food content on this channel. So what I do is film my evening meals for our family of 5, and then once a week I put them all together and pop them up on this channel. So there is usually a meals of the week every single Tuesday, and I just do it so hopefully it gives you a bit of inspiration or maybe just some ideas on what to cook for your family. And even if you can just get one idea for a recipe that's simple and easy to do, or something you think, oh, my family would like that, then it's worth doing. I also do lots of standalone recipes, cook with me's, and shopping hauls as well. So if you do enjoy foodie content, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. I have got a new slow cooker video coming up which has been highly requested. It's getting to that time of year, isn't it? You may notice my little dancey flashy pumpkin in the background there, and my little mini pumpkins. I'm so excited for October and autumn and just all the cozy food. So lots and lots of seasonally that's really hard to say, seasonally appropriate meals coming up. I really appreciate all your suggestions. Any more, please keep them coming. It really is nice to have lots and lots of ideas, to know exactly what you guys want to see. I absolutely love cooking. I also love dogs, but not when they're barking and I'm trying to film an intro. Every single time. Now, I absolutely love cooking. It would be my dream to one day own my own food truck. I know it sounds ridiculous and you probably thought I was going to say restaurant or something, but I would love a food truck. And I don't know why I'm bothering to waffle about this, but I just thought I'd let you know. I really enjoy what I do, is what I'm trying to say, and I really enjoy sharing my meals and recipes. Some of them are as simple as sausage, mash and beans, or the good old, my favourite, jacket with cheese and beans, and then there's some more intricate recipes, and I always try and let you know step-by-step process as I'm going along. So like I said, subscribe if you're not already, and let's go and have a look at what we've been eating. So I'm just starting tonight's dinner, and I'm going to make some pork and feta meatballs in a tomato sauce, and we're going to serve it with some spaghetti and some tender stem broccoli, I think. So I'm going to make my sauce as I always do. I have got a spaghetti bolognese recipe, like a standalone video on this channel, so I will leave that linked. But I basically use peeled plum tomatoes, Worcester sauce, salt, pepper, tomato puree, stock cube, some mixed herbs and basil, some garlic, and then I've got some pork mince and some feta cheese, and I think I'm just going to chop this up and kind of mix it in with them. I'm not going to try and like feed it into the middle of them and roll it around them. I'm just going to mix it all together. I'm going to fry these off slightly and then finish them off cooking in my sauce, and then like I said, I'm going to serve that with some spaghetti, so I'll show you as I go along. So I forgot to add, I'm also going to put a chopped onion in. I forgot to get one out and I've just realised something was missing, so I add a chopped onion as well. So I'm going to fry that off, add my garlic and then my tomatoes and all the rest of my ingredients, and then make my meatballs. So to make my meatballs, I've actually got 2 lots of pork mince. So I think it's 800 grams of pork mince, 1 packet of feta. I put a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of black pepper, and now I've taken my rings off, washed my hands, and I'm just going to mix this through and form them into little balls and fry them off in a pan. So my sauce is cooking nicely in there. Just heating up some oil in my pan. I've rolled my meatballs and I'm just going to pop them in and brown them off. I do 6 at a time, and then I'm going to pop them into my sauce to finish cooking. That way they'll be nice and crispy on the outside and nice and tender on the inside. So one of the best things about using feta is that it doesn't melt, so it's going to stay like nice and solid. These are browning really nicely, and I'm going to pop them to one side, fry the rest, brown the rest of them, and then pop them in my sauce to finish cooking. Right, so I've transferred all my meatballs into my sauce. I'm going to leave it on a low simmer. Then I'm probably going to leave it for 15 to 20 minutes until they're cooked all the way through, and serve it with my pasta. So here we are, dished up. I haven't actually served broccoli with it because we decided it really didn't need it. So we've got our feta and pork meatballs. I've added some green chilies to our sauce after we've served up the boys' ones, even though Bailey and Jake probably would have liked the green chilies, but Oscar wouldn't. So we've got some green chilies, there's one there. We might add a tiny little bit more cheese because you can never have enough cheese. And this is what we've got for our dinner tonight. just starting tonight's dinner, and we are going to have chicken thigh smash burgers, which we have done a few times on this channel. But basically what you do is get some skinless boneless chicken thighs and you chop them up not too finely. I'm actually using my chopper, which I will leave linked in the description if you haven't seen it before. This is really good. So in here I've got like 3 whole chicken thighs, and all you do is pop your lid on. And this used to take us about an hour to chop up enough chicken thighs to make burgers for 5 of us. This literally takes a couple of minutes. You just press the top. And that's probably about it, because you don't want it too fine, otherwise they go dry. So the bigger the chunks, the sort of more tender they are. So all I've got to do to that is add some seasonings, some salt, some pepper. I'm probably going to put a little bit of smoked paprika, some garlic powder, and then some green chilli in some of them. The mini slider buns are way too small for the burgers, but this is what they've turned out like. So we've got our cheese, our massive burgers, and our tiny buns. Steve thinks it looks really funny. I mean, look at it from above. You've just got this tiny little bun. So for tonight's dinner we have got a tandoori chicken thigh salad, and we have put some sweet, what is it called again?
It is tomato and red chilli chutney.
Tomato and red chilli chutney on the top of our chicken breast. We've got some lettuce, some tomato, cucumber, we've got some onion in there. Mine has got some cheddar on the top, but it looked like this before. And Steve's about to put some cheese on his as well, and that's what we have for our dinner tonight. So tonight's dinner is a smoky fajita chili and rice. We've got black beans in here instead of kidney beans because that's what I had. And then this one has got loads and loads of mushrooms on top because we really needed to use them up. So I've cooked those off as well. Topped it with a little bit of grated cheese. And just looks like mushrooms and rice, but I promise there is some chilli in there somewhere. Okay, and here's one without the mushrooms because Oscar doesn't like mushrooms. So I thought I would show you his as well. So I'm just starting to make some lunch for myself and Steve to share. And hopefully I've done a couple of days worth here, but it's a recipe I've made before. You have to excuse the washing machine going, it's always going in this house. So it's basically a chickpea couscous. So what I've got in here is 280 grams of dried couscous. I've got 100 grams of chickpeas. I'm going to use a teaspoon each of smoked paprika, ground cumin and turmeric. And then I'm going to put half a teaspoon of crushed chilies in as well. I'm going to use some salt, a couple of tablespoons of lime juice. I've got about 20 grams of flaked almonds, about 100 grams of dried mixed fruit. There's cranberries, raisins and sultanas in here. I've got 1 white onion, and then I needed coriander, but my fresh coriander has died for the winter or whatever, so I'm going to use some fresh French tarragon, which I'm going to chop very finely. And I've also got 500 ml of stock. So this is just chicken stock made up with a chicken stock cube. And all I'm going to do first of all is pour my stock over the top of my couscous. So I'm going to pop a plate over the top of that, and I'm just going to let that sit so that it absorbs the moisture. And then I'm going to add all my other ingredients in and mix it together. You serve it cold and it's just a really nice lunch. Quick and easy, and you can store the rest in the fridge. So here is the finished couscous, and I've just put some Nando's peri peri nays over the top. Saved some of the chopped almonds and also a little bit of the tarragon, and we've got loads and loads left, so it's probably going to do about 6 portions. This is what we're having for lunch. So for dinner tonight we have got gammon, and it's like a gammon roast basically, but I didn't roast the gammon, I did it on the grill. I've done some garlic roasted cauliflower, roast potatoes, some carrots down there, and these huge Yorkshire puddings, which I'm actually really pleased with because I'm not normally very good at them, and they've turned out really, really good. I've also got some gravy, and this is what we are having for dinner tonight. So I'm just starting tonight's dinner, and I'm making some barbecue pineapple chicken in the slow cooker. I have made this recipe before, it's in one of my slow cooker videos, and I did it slightly differently, so I will leave that linked in the description box if you want to check it out. But basically in here I've got five chicken breasts. I've got 2 cloves of chopped garlic, tablespoon of chopped ginger, got a large chopped onion, and then I'm going to use some passata, so 100ml of passata, 3 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and add a teaspoon of crushed chili flakes. My recipe says 100 grams of brown sugar. I'm actually going to use 100 grams of this sugar substitute. This is a previous brand partner, but this isn't sponsored. I just really like using it instead of using sugar, and it's not a sweetener either, so it's good for you, if you know what I mean. And then yeah, I'm just going to put all this in, and I'm going to leave it on low for about 6 hours. The dog's eating his dinner in the background. So I'm going to leave it on low for about 6 hours, and then at the end I'm going to add some pineapple, like tinned chopped pineapple, and maybe some corn flour. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that to cook now for 6 hours, and then I can taste it, add salt, pepper, maybe some other spices if I need to, and work out what I'm going to serve it with. I've got some spring onions to sprinkle on the top, and I might see if I've got any cashews or anything, because it would go really nicely with this. So we'll have a look when, well, we'll be in a second for you, but in 6 hours for me. So here it is all finished. For some reason it tasted really, really sweet today, so I have put some tomato puree and some lime juice in it, so to take a little bit of the sweetness out. And I haven't added pineapple because that would just add more sweetness. So it does look really good, and it now tastes very nice. A few more chilies I think would be nice, but one of my boys is not so keen on the spice, so I am now going to dish this up with some rice. So here it is with its rice. It doesn't look very different, but I just thought I'd show you, and I'm going to see if anyone wants cheese on top or not. So that is it for this video. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and you've maybe got some inspiration for your family meal times, or some meal prep, things you can do just to get ahead during the week. I will be back, like I said, on a Thursday with my weekly shopping haul, and I'll also be back on Sunday with my new slow cooker recipes. Make sure you stick around for that one, because there are some really interesting recipes, and my new absolute favourite recipe ever. Probably. That's quite a big statement, quite bold, but yeah, definitely check back for that video, and I guarantee if you try any of the recipes you will absolutely love them. With that being said, I'm going to leave you here, and I will be back on Thursday with a food haul, so I will see you guys then. Take care everyone.